Hello my dear J Warriors, welcome to the UGEE 2024 model mock test for your physics, and I'm going to discuss both the papers. One is your SUPR and the second is your REAP paper. So in this particular session we'll be doing more of SUPR questions. That's your paper number 1. The REAP questions, I'll show you some samples, but we'll have a special class again for your REAP examination, which will have case studies and of course a lot of graphs and all those things, and even aptitude, mental ability, logical reasoning, all those things are a part of it. So let's begin with this lecture. We'll start off with SUPR because first of all, remember SUPR is the first part which you must clear. Only then your scores will be considered for your cutoffs and ranking and all of that. So your ranking is based on REAP, but the cutoffs happen based on SUPR. Keep that in mind. I had already made a video on how to crack UGEE. In case you have not watched that yet, please check it out. And I'll just show it to you right over here on the channel. Just few days back, I had taken a class right over here. Where is it? Yes, UGEE last minute strategy. And a lot of students commented on this particular video. There are a lot of comments asking, sir, please take a UGEE class and start a series for it. So the next entire week we'll be doing UGEE classes at, if I'm not wrong, 11 o'clock. So make sure you're going to attend all the classes. This is for you. If you will not attend the classes, I will stop the series right away right then, okay? So I want your full presence in all the lectures. Cool? Shall we begin, guys? Shall we begin? Right, perfect. So make sure you have liked the class. Yep, definitely, very good. And in case you want to download the PDF and all those things, make sure you are a part of the Telegram channel. The link for the Telegram channel, everything is there over here. Telegram channel link is there right over here. Yep, very good. Yeah, awesome. Let's start with the session. Ready for it? The questions, like I said, are actually very simple. It's again about speed, especially in SUPR. Questions are somewhere between CBSE level and mains level. That is what you will feel, or just touching mains level. Okay, it's not very difficult. Let's see. If a charge of some magnitude is placed at the origin, respectively, find the potential difference between the points this and this with the in the XY plane due to the charge. Okay. So let's have a look at it. Rosen, Coimbatore, actually a lot of students are saying, sir, sir, I have this, I have that. So Coimbatore date we have extended from 22nd to some other date. We'll keep you informed. Chennai event is as it is. There is no problem in the Chennai thing. Okay. Chennai event we are coming on 23rd, that's Tuesday. Coimbatore 22nd. Right now there is nothing happening because quite a few parents and students in the form filling, and after that they were telling, sir, please keep it on some other date. I'm not sure why, but yeah. So we'll be shifting it to another date, but we will be coming later on. Okay. Apologies in case you had made arrangement. So please keep that in mind. Yeah. So paper discussion for VIT EEE, the thing is we did not receive many questions as of now. So that's the reason why we didn't want to go ahead with it. We just have barely 10 questions, 15 questions, because there are so many questions. So in case you remember those questions, please fill up the form, and in case still you are able to remember many questions and we get those questions, then we will discuss the paper. Okay, cool. I have already shared the form link for discussion. In case you remember the questions, please fill the form and let us know the questions. Only then I can do it. Okay, so how do we solve this? See, the charge is placed at the origin. That's very important. The Q charge. And there are 2 points over here. 3, 0. 3, 0 is over here. 3, 0 is over here. Root 3, is over here. And we know that the potential due to this charge at this point and this point, the formula is KQ divided by R. In this case, what is the value of R? The value of R is 3. In this case, what is the value of R? Root 3 square is 3. Right, and root 3 square is again basically 3. 3 plus 3 is basically 6. So this is basically root 6. So what is the potential difference due to this? All right, so we can find delta V by taking K and Q common, and then I will have 1 by R minus 1 by R again. So K is basically 9 into 10 to the power 9. Q is basically 10 to the power minus 6. 1 by R1. R1 is basically, let's say, example 3. The other R is basically root of 6. That's it. I feel none of the options are going to match. None of the options are going to match. Yes. Yep. Understood, guys? Understood? Yeah. None of the options are going to match. Let's find out. Yes. None of these is the correct answer. A lot of people think, no, I have done some mistake. See, that is the reason why I tell you in UGEE or even in sometimes, obviously J advanced, so you can't. Even sometimes in BitSet, it's not advisable to use the fluke methods or guess option methods because they generally do not work. The general rule is none of these is usually not correct, right? But here it is correct. So there are exceptions to that rule, and the exceptions are more found in JEE Advanced, UGEE, Olympiads, of course, but they don't have objective. But NTSE, those exams which are there, or the basic level of physics Olympiad, or even BitSat. So there you do not use the elimination rule or the guesswork method or the Tukka strategy. Okay. So the answer is none of these for this question. Shall we go ahead? Yep. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Here it comes. In an isobaric process, no heat is supplied to the system, then find the correct option regarding the process. No heat is supplied, so Q is 0 and Q is basically delta U plus work. So if Q is 0, delta U will be minus W. Delta U is minus, right? Minus W. That means delta U is minus P delta V. I think there was a minus sign which is missing, or it's there. Yeah, minus P delta V is there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So option A. And delta U is always going to be what? Delta U is always going to be NCV delta T. That is 100%. There is no doubt about it. So I think it should be option number A. I think by mistake they have marked option B. That is wrong. It should be basically, option number A. It should be basically option number A. How many of you understood this? Clear? Will I discuss for all the subjects? Avinash, let me tell you, maths discussion happened already. Today is physics, Monday chemistry, then Tuesday mathematics, Wednesday again you will have I think physics, and then again chemistry. That's the order. And yes, we are going to discuss even geometry, algebra in mathematics, case-based studies section A for your REAP, and section C of your REAP, which is logical reasoning, mental ability and all those things. I'll be doing it next week. Okay. So every day 11 o'clock will be the class timing for UGW. I hope that is very, very clear. I hope that is very, very clear. Yeah. I hope this is understood, guys. Right. Shall we go ahead to the next one coming up on your screen? If a harmonic oscillator means an oscillator, to double the frequency, what should change in the mass attached to the spring? Frequency is 1 by time period, and time period is 2 pi root of mass by K. That is the formula. So frequency is inversely proportional to the mass's root. And what do you want to do? You want to double the frequency. You want to basically double the frequency. That means the denominator which is there, you have to make it half times. Only then 2 will go in the numerator. So if the root of the value has to become half times, root of the value has to become half times, the value itself should become 1 by 4 times, because root of 1 by 4 is a half. So hence the mass should become basically 4 times less. Is that right? Option B. Very good, Dev. Awesome. Okay. Some of you are also asking, sir, I have VIT EEE questions. Where should I share? See, just go to the community. Guys, for all those people who have got VIT EEE questions, please do one thing. I had put up, where did it go? On the Telegram I had put, kya? Here, see, 1 day ago. Already we put so much content, guys, in 1 day, okay? And all this is academic content, let me tell you. Okay, so there is a form link over here in the community tab. Just click this form link and fill all the details, okay? So just fill in all the details and join the Telegram group, this Telegram group, scan it and share your questions or voice notes screenshots, anything, whatever you can, so that we can discuss. It is all dependent on you. If you share it, we can do it. If you don't share it, how do we get the questions? It's all memory based, okay? And that's the reason why we shared it. All right, moving on to the next one. Coming up on your screen. Two particles of the mass ratio 1:2 are moving in circles of ratio 2:3, periods 3:4, the ratio of the centripetal force. Centripetal force is m omega square r. Mass ratio, radius ratio, time period. Omega is 2 pi by t. So omega square will be 4 pi square by t square into r. So F1 by F2 will be M1 by M2, which will be R1 by R2 and T2 by T1 whole square. So mass ratio 1:2. Mass ratio 1:2. Circle's radius ratio 2:3. Time ratio 3:4. So put it as 4 by 3 because this is T2 by T1 and square it. So 2 cancels, 4 square is 16 and 3 square is 9, 9 3s are 27. So 16 by 27 should be the answer, D option. D option should be correct. Exactly. Very good. Good evening, Arita. Yep. Yes. All right. Very good. Shall we go ahead to the next question, right? Everybody with me on this? Okay. And I hope you have smashed the like button and also subscribe to the channel. If you like, you comment, I bring more sections. You don't like, you don't comment, you don't watch, I understand that, okay, you don't want to watch, I will not continue. So understand that I need your help, I need your support, I'm doing this for you. Because whatever students need only I will do. I will not do some things which students don't need, right? Think about it. A rectangular loop is placed in a magnetic field. Magnetic field is given, area is not given, but the coordinates of the vertices are given. Find the total flux. Now, whenever you get these kind of questions, what you should do is, I'll tell you. See guys, if that area is in some weird direction, and let's say, for example, the magnetic field is passing like this. The magnetic field example is passing in the, J direction or whatever. Okay, for example, or let's say I-axis, X-axis. Then what area I will need is a component of this actual area which is perpendicular to the magnetic field. So it should be probably something like this. It should probably be something like this. It is basically your projected area. It is the shadow of this particular thing. It is basically the shadow. It is basically the shadow of this. Understand that? It is the shadow of the actual area over here. So this entire thing will be in basically your XZ plane. Sorry, not XZ, YZ plane. This will be in your YZ plane because the magnetic field is in the Y-axis. So this area will generate the flux. Take a component of the area. So think about it. When you are looking at the I-axis, where the magnetic field is going the X-axis or I-cap direction, you will be worried only about the YZ coordinates. YZ coordinates. YZ coordinates. YZ coordinates. So for the flux, because of the magnetic field in the X-axis, magnetic field is 1 and area, how much is it? Check this out, 0, 0, 5, 10, 0, 10, 0, 10. I think maybe something is wrong here. It can't. Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. 0, 10, 0, 10. So 10 units, okay, 0, 0, 5, 10, 0, 10. I think one more 5, 10 should have come or no. Every coordinate is different. Yes. So 0, 0 is there. 0, 0 is there. 5, 10 is there. 0, 10 is there. 0, 10 is there. And I think one second over here. This is in the I think this should have been 10, 0. This should have been 10, 0, not 0, 10. It should have been 10, 0, or else it will not work. Or else it will not work. I think this 10 was supposed to be first and 0 was supposed to be here. So it's like 0, comma 0. Then it will be like 0, comma 10. Then it will be like 5, comma 10. And maybe, or maybe this was 0, comma 5. Most likely. Or 5, comma 0. Something like that. So this will be like 5, comma 0, like that. So this kind of coordinates is possible. This kind of coordinates is possible, right? So I think this area will be nothing but 5 multiplied by 10, which is basically 50, 5 and 10 are basically the length and the breadth. So over here, the area that you will put is 50. Similarly, okay, so I just change this to 5. Most likely there is a misprint there. Similarly, for the flux, because of the j-axis, because in the y direction, it's -1 because it is going down. It's going down. Okay. And what is the area? What is the area that you will take? When y is there, then you will take x and z coordinate. You will take x and z coordinate. This is x, this is z. 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 Check this out. 5, 0, 0, 10, 5, 10, 0, 5, 0, 5. So I can see again basically 50 is there over here. 50 is there over here, right? Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? Pakka? Cool? Yes. Now, the thing is, yeah, what do we have to find? We have to find basically the total flux through it. So, will I take the magnitude of this? Definitely, I should take the magnitude of this because one is going this way, another is going in the y direction. Just take the magnitude of this. But if I take the magnitude and then if I add for finding the total flux, I will get 50 plus 50, which is 100, which is not there in the option unless we have done some mistake out here. Or maybe this was actually the way it was. Just one second. Let's do one thing. Let's assume that whatever was given was correct and see, maybe things will work out the way it is supposed to be. So 5, 0, 5, 0. Okay. So if we just take these two, and these two for the I cap, only the YZ direction. All right. So what will happen is 0, 0, 0 will be here. 5, 10, 5, 10 will be here. 5, 10 will be here. 0, 10, 0, 10 will be over here. And again 0, 10 will be at the same place. 0, 10 will be at the exact same place. So that means the area is becoming actually triangular. The area is actually becoming triangular, not rectangular. So this area will be half into base into height. Base is basically 10, height is basically 5. So it will basically become 25. Now all of this projected area was in the YZ plane, and remember the magnetic field was going in the X direction. So the flux in this case will be field into area, which is basically 25. So it will be 25 over here due to the X component. Similarly, if you look at the J component, look at 5, 0, look at 0, 10, look at 5, 10, and look at 0, 10. When you are in the y-axis, look at the perpendicular plane, which is XZ plane, which is basically your XZ plane. So the coordinates will be 5, 0, 5, 0, 0, 10, 0, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, and 0, 10. 0, 10 is again here. So again the area becomes basically a triangle, not a rectangle. So this area is again half into base into height, which is again 25, which is basically again 25. Yes, this is again going to be just 25, and this is in the XZ plane. This is in the XZ plane. So what is the flux because of this? What is the flux because of this magnitude wise? Field is basically 1 unit, area is basically 25 units. So 1 into 25 is just 25. Yes. So I got the X component flux, Y component flux. So hence, what is the total flux? 25 and 25 together will give me 50. So option B, yes, it is correct. Option B is correct. So the projected area in this case was not a rectangle or anything. It was actually a triangle. That is the catch. That is the catch. Yes. Awesome. What a brilliant question. I hope this is clear. And those of you are asking, sir, what about VIT EEE session? Guys, I am waiting for your answers. I am waiting for your, memory based questions. I am waiting for it. So I hardly have got 15-20 questions. With 15-20 questions, I can't go live. Understand that. I need at least 50-60 questions so that I can, discuss the paper. So I'm completely dependent on you. Make sure that you fill the form. I've shared it on Telegram. I've shared it on the YouTube community. Fill the form, join the group. Once you join the group, then only you will be able to send me the questions so that I can discuss. 5 students will remember 20 questions, 5 students will remember remaining 20 questions. At least some 10-15 students fill up the form, that's it. I can discuss. Got it? Yeah. What a brilliant question. Let's move on to the next one. If the new kinetic energy is 16 times the original one, then find the de Broglie wavelength, the new de Broglie wavelength. De Broglie wavelength is h by p. P is nothing but root of 2 times m times k. And clearly lambda is inversely proportional to root of kinetic energy. So if the new kinetic energy is made 16 times, so if you make kinetic energy 16 times, the root of it will become how many times? It will become 4 times, but it will be in the denominator. It will be the denominator. So wavelength will become 1 by 4 times, 1/4 of the times. So hence option A is correct. Denominator becomes 4 times more. So that is why the ratio will become 1 by 4 times of the original value. Next question. A Carnot engine is working between 400 and 800. Output power is 12,000 joules. What is the input power? Input power is asked, output power is given. Basically, it is a question on efficiency. You have to find the efficiency. Without it, you will not be able to do it. So, first of all, what is the formula for efficiency? It is 1 minus T cold by T hot. So, cold temperature is 400, hot temperature is basically 800, which is 1 by 2. So, it is basically half. So, this is the work output upon the heat which is given in. The heat which is given in. So, question is basically what is the power input? Okay. So, work output is, I think, given. The output power is 12,000 divided by Q in. This is basically half. So therefore, the Q in should be 2 into 12,000, which is 24,000, which is basically 24,000, which looks like option D, unless they have missed 1 0. Let's find out. Wow, they have written it as 2,800. Epic. I think there is some printing mistake out here, unless we have done something wrong. What is the power input? Yeah, the heat input is basically going to be 24,000, guys. So I think none of these options are matching out here. Ignore it. The answer should have been 24,000, 50% efficiency. Correct. Moving on to the next question on your screen. Input voltage and current are 10 and 50 amperes. Output voltage and current are 5 volt and 15 amperes. Find the efficiency of the transformer. The efficiency of a transformer is the output power by the input power. Output power is output voltage into output current. Input power is input voltage into input current. So output voltage is 5, current is 15, input voltage 10, input current 50, right? So 5 goes with 50 10 times, 15 goes with 5 3 times, 10 goes with 5 2 times. So it will become 3 by 20. So 3 by 20 is option number D. Yes, that is the correct one. So 3 by 20 is the correct answer. Yep. All right. All right. Uma Maheshwari, I have already done a lot of VIT AAA sessions. Sir, do Vedantu offer droppers batch online with personalized teacher for J25 English? Yes, definitely. There is. There is. In fact, I am planning to take up a J2025 batch, dropper batch in English, and where obviously the English teachers will be also there. So there is something which is going to come up very, very soon. So even if you are already enrolled in Vedantu, you can always shift to my batch. That's not a problem. So if you are considering joining, you can always talk to the Vedantu counselors or just wait for the course to be launched after a few days. Moving on. Next one. A pipe open at both the ends and a pipe closed at one ends have the same length. The ratio of the frequency of their nth overtone. The ratio of the frequency of their nth overtone is asked. Now understand, one is a pipe which is open at both ends. So the frequency of not the harmonic but overtone, because remember nth overtone is actually n plus 1th harmonic for a pipe open at both ends. So the frequency will be nothing but n plus 1 into V divided by 2L. That is the formula. That is the formula, guys, for the frequency of the pipe open at both ends. Second thing, for the pipe closed at both ends, the nth overtone, fifth overtone or second overtone is basically, I think, fifth harmonic. First overtone is third harmonic. Remember, only odd harmonics are present. Odd harmonics are present. So first overtone is third harmonic. Actually, zeroth overtone is not there. Fundamental is not any overtone. Third harmonic is first overtone. Fifth harmonic is second overtone. Seventh harmonic is third overtone. So nth overtone is basically 2n plus 1th harmonic. So the frequency in the second case is 2n plus 1, but this time it is V by 4L. So just have to divide both of them to get the answer. So F1 by F2 will be n plus 1 by 2 upon 2n plus 1 divided by 4. So 2 goes on the top. So 2 into n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 1. 2 into n plus 1 by 2n plus 1. That is your option number C. Yes, everyone? Yep, Priyanshu, that is the correct answer. Yep. Harmonic and overtone in both the cases. Yes. So just to give you a quick idea, open at both ends. So you have frequency F, 2F, 3F, all frequencies are present. All frequencies are present, correct? Yes, Priyanshu. So this is basically called as your fundamental. This is your first overtone. This is your second overtone. This is your third overtone. This is your fourth overtone. Like that, you can see basically nth overtone will be n plus 1 times F. So this is nothing but first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic, fourth harmonic, fifth harmonic, right? And this is what? Nth plus 1th harmonic. Same logic you can also apply for a pipe which is open on one side and closed on one side. So F, 3F, 5F, like that it will be there. This is your fundamental frequency. This is your first overtone. This is your second overtone. So 7F will be basically your third overtone. So nth overtone will be 2n plus 1 into F. So this is your first harmonic. This is your third harmonic. This is your fifth harmonic. This is seventh harmonic. This is 2n plus 1 harmonic. That is how the logic goes. I hope now there is no confusion at all. Now there is no confusion at all. Okay, right. Moving on to the next question. Glass has refractive index mu with respect to air, and the critical angle for a ray of light going from glass to air is theta. If the ray of light is incident from air to glass with some angle of incidence theta, corresponding angle of refraction is how much? Because the critical angle is theta, so sine theta will be 1 by mu. But the strange part about this question is light is now not going from dense to rare, rather from rare to dense. Rather it is coming from rare to dense. So observe the question carefully. This angle of incidence is theta in the rare medium, and the question is what is the angle of refraction? Just use Snell's law. So sine of I by sine of R is equal to mu. Sine of I is theta. Sine of R, I don't know. Mu is basically 1 by sine theta. 1 by sine theta. Take sine theta on the top, sine R on the top. So sine square theta is basically sine of R. Sine square theta is basically sine of R. Or I can also write sine square theta as 1 by mu square. So 1 by mu square is basically sine of R. So R is basically sine inverse of 1 by mu square. 1 by mu square. Yes, where is it? Option B. Option B. There you go. So this part is this part because sine theta is 1 by mu. Sine theta is 1 by mu. So sine square theta is 1 by mu square. Very, very nice question. Yes, option B is correct. Will this video be helpful for VIT EEE? Little bit. The questions are going to be slightly different, but yeah, somewhat, not so much. SI unit and dimensions of Stefan constant sigma in the case of Stefan's law of radiation is how much? Okay, so sigma, dimensions and units, everything is asked. Remember, dq by dt, energy radiated rate, is E times sigma times A times T raised to 4. Unit wise, this is joules per second. E has no dimensions. Sigma I don't know. A is meter square. T is basically Kelvin, so Kelvin raised to 4. So you have to find the unit of sigma. Unit of sigma. So it will be joules per second per meter square per Kelvin raised to 4. Joules per second per meter square per Kelvin raised to 4 is only there in D option. I can automatically eliminate other 3. I don't even have to check the dimensions. But even if you want to check the dimensions, there is no harm in it. If you convert it into dimensions of sigma, joules is m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2. Second is time raised to 1. This is meter square. Meter is length. So length raised to 2. And Kelvin, K raised to 4. So that's it. You solve this and you will again see that L square gets cancelled. Yes, m raised to 1, T raised to minus 3, K raised to minus 4. Exactly, you will get this. Exactly, you will get this. Perfect. So it matches. So it matches. Got it, my dear warriors? Very good. Excellent. Let's move on to the next question on your screen. The stopping potential of photoelectrons from a photocell is what? Directly proportional to intensity, directly proportional to frequency, inversely proportional to intensity, inversely proportional to the frequency of the incident light. What do you think is it proportional to? The stopping potential. Obviously, it is independent of the intensity. If you remember the graphs also of the voltage versus the current, the graphs also look something like this. This is for intensity I1, intensity I2, intensity I3. This is your stopping potential. So what does the stopping potential actually depend on? The energy of the photons is work function plus E times of Vs. So if you increase the stopping potential, the frequency of the photon should increase. So it is definitely going to increase with the frequency of the photons which are incident on it. Got it? It's definitely not dependent on the intensity of the light. Yep, correcto. Very good. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Awesomeness, awesomeness. Next one on your screen. Consider a particle of some mass suspended by a string at the equator. Let R and M denote the mass radius of the earth, omega the angular speed of rotation of the earth. The tension in the string will be how much? Cos 0 is 1, not needed. Okay, so if you are at the equator and there is a mass suspended, so this is a mass which is suspended like this, let's say from a pole or something. So there will be two kinds of forces acting on it. One will be towards the center, your mass which is suspended into gravity at that place. And second thing will be the centrifugal force. Centrifugal force, and there will be also some tension in the string. There will be also tension in the string. So mg will be balanced by centrifugal force plus tension. If you are wondering why centrifugal force came, remember this is the axis of rotation. This was your equator. This was your equator. You are rotating it like this. It is thrown out. A lot of people will show mg down. No, this is the earth itself. Earth is not below. This is the earth. So gravity will be towards the center. Mind it. So therefore, tension will be mg minus centrifugal force. Gravitational acceleration is gm by r square. And centrifugal force is m omega square r. M omega square r. That's it. So that is the answer. So where is it? Yep. There you go. Option D. Option D. Gmm by r square minus small m omega square r. Right? Yes. Awesome. Why not Fg? I can put Fg also. It's a symbol. Whatever you want to put. You can write mg as Fg also. Gravitational force also. It doesn't matter. How does it matter? It's just small mg or Fg. One and the same thing. Gravitational force is mass of the object into acceleration due to gravity at that place. So it doesn't matter. Moving on. In dimensions of electric field and electric dipole, the moment, a dipole moment, the power of the mass, either you go here or you find this. Oh no, we can't, because there are such options that I can't even eliminate to get one. You have to solve it. There is no other option. Electric field is nothing but force per unit charge. Force is m raised to 1, L raised to 2, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Charge is ampere into time. Okay. So in case of electric field, the dimension of mass that I can see is 1. The dimension of mass that I can see is 1. Everybody can see that? Very good. What about in the case of dipole moment? Dipole moment is Q into L. Q is current into time. So the dimensions of dipole moment will be ampere raised to 1, time raised to 1, length raised to 1. There is no mass only. So mass is raised to 0. So 0 should be there. That means either this or this. And 1 should be there. So either this or this. So obviously the correct answer will be B. Yes, it is B. Yes, it is B. How many of you got it? Yeah. Waterfalls, if you want me to put more videos on VIT-EEE, then you need to fill up the form, my dear student. There is a form which I have sent on Telegram. There is a form which I have sent on community. There is a Telegram group which you need to join. Send me the questions so that I can discuss. I'm waiting for those things. Yeah. You will get the session PDF in the Telegram group. Okay. Right. What about this? A circular coil and a square coil is prepared from two identical wires and current is passed. The ratio of the magnetic dipole moment through the circular to the square coil is. Magnetic dipole moment is NIA. So number of turns is basically 1. Current is same, but area is different. So m of the circle by m of the square will be area of the circle by area of the square. Now area of the circle is pi r square. Area of the square is length square. So are they related to each other? Yes. Length of the wire, if I say it is 2 pi r for a circle, it will be 4 times of the length of the side for the square. The perimeter has to be same because the same wire is used to make a circle or the same wire is also used to make the square. So from this 2 cancels, pi r is equal to 2l, or rather r by l is equal to 2 by pi. So r by l is 2 by pi. So put 2 by pi over here. Rest of the things as it is. So it will become 4 by pi. So it will become 4 by pi. Just check it out. Yes, option D is the correct one. Option D is the correct one. Got it? Everyone? Anisha, I hope you heard me. You have to fill up the form. Where is the form? Where is the form? The form is in the community and in the Telegram. Okay. So make sure that you fill the forms so that I get the questions for VIT Triple E paper discussion. So please, 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 I'm only telling you, please fill the form over there. Yeah. Will they ask PYQs in VIT Triple E? Yes, there are good chances because they won't spend so much time making the questions there. It's not like NTA questions. I mean, how can you compare NTA and any other college? Obviously, NTA will obviously have a much better quality no matter how much you scold NTA. NTA will obviously try to keep its standards much higher than any other institute trying to make its own papers on multiple shifts. YDSC experiment, fifth dark fringe is formed opposite to one of the slit. D is the distance between the slits and the screen. D is the separation between the slits. The wavelength of the light used is. So, the slits are like this, D. This is the screen. This is capital D. What is happening? The fifth dark fringe is formed opposite to one of the slits here. This is fifth minima. This is basically fifth minima. So now this is the y coordinate, right? This is what the y coordinate is. And any dark fringe is basically given by an odd multiple of lambda d by 2d. Lambda d by 2d. For a fifth minima, for your fifth minima, the odd number will be 9. 9 will be the odd number. How did I get to 9? Because actually it is 2n plus 1. So 2 into 5 plus 1, which is 9 as the odd number. That odd number which I will put 2n plus 1 will be basically 9. So 9 lambda d by 2d. And this is, think about it, if this is d by 2. Think about it. This is basically d. This is d by 2. So this is basically d by 2. 2 cancels. 2 cancels. What is the question? Find the wavelength of the light used. So lambda will be d into d is d square. 9 will come below and capital D will also come below. Yeah, d square by 9d. That is the answer. D square by 9d. Got it? All right. Very good. Very good. Awesome. 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 Let's go ahead to the next one coming up on your screen. And here it is. So what does it say? Force is this acting on a particle with so much displacement. If the work done is 14, then what is the value of A? Usually work done is asked. Here work done is given. We know that work is force dot displacement. Work done is 14. Force is minus 5I minus 7J plus 3K. And displacement is 3I minus 2J plus alpha K. I goes with I, J goes with J, K goes with K. So 14 is equal to minus 5 into 3, which is minus 15. Minus becomes plus. 7 2s are 14 plus 3 into alpha. Minus 15, 14 will cancel. So I can just take 15 on this side. It will become 3 alpha. So alpha is equal to 5. Just check it out. Alpha is, why did I put 15? It should have been 5. Okay. So value of alpha should be 5. Is that right? Everybody with me? Yeah. This is alpha. This is 3. Perfect. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. JEE advanced scam. Yo, what happened, man? Something happened, huh? When I'm teaching, only some notification or some scam happens, huh? Every time. I will see, Karthik. Don't worry. Moving on to the next one. Oh, there is a homework question for all of you. Try to solve this. This is your homework question. Okay, let's go on to the next section. You can take a screenshot of this. All right. Or I'll be putting it up in the PDF, which will be uploaded on the Telegram. So some REAP questions, which is based on case studies. So read this case study. I think some diagram is given, electric field is there, charge is there. For various charge system, we represent equipotential surfaces by curves and lines, forced by full line curves between any two adjacent equipotential surfaces. We assume constant potential difference. The equipotential surfaces for a single charge are concentric shells with the centers at the point charge. As the lines of force point radially outwards, so they are perpendicular to equipotential surfaces. So obviously for a point charge, equipotential lines are concentric spheres. All those points which are at the same potential. This and this will be at different potential. Electric field always goes from higher voltage to lower voltage, and they are also perpendicular to the equipotential surfaces. That is what is mentioned in the passage. Just have a look at it once more. Okay, let's start solving the questions then. Identify the wrong statement. Identify the wrong statement. Come on, read all of them. Read all of them. Yes. What do you think? Which of the following is wrong? Equipotential surface due to a single point charge is spherical. Yes, correct. Equipotential, they are concentric spheres, we just saw. Equipotential surface can be constructed for dipoles. Yes, any charge system you can make it. The electric field is normal to the surface through the point. Yes, equipotential surface and electric field are perpendicular, normal, orthogonal, same meaning. Work done to move a test charge on the equipotential surface is not positive. This is zero. Equipotential, same voltage, no voltage difference, no energy difference, no work done. Hence, D is basically the wrong statement. It's wrong, incorrect. Is that right? Option D. Very good, Dev. Yes, awesome. Moving on to the next question on your screen. A spherical equipotential surface is not possible. Is that so? Inside a uniformly charged sphere, for a dipole, inside a spherical condenser, for a point charge. For a point charge, for D option, obviously you can form a equipotential surface like this. Inside a spherical condenser, dipole, inside a uniformly charged sphere. I think all of them is possible except for dipole. Except for dipole, because for a dipole, if you take a dipole, the equipotential surface looks like this. The equipotential surfaces look like this. The equipotential surfaces look like this. So I think for a dipole it is not possible. A option also possible, charge sphere. So if you have a charge sphere like this, you will see that the equipotential surfaces are there even inside. And outside. Inside a condenser, spherical condenser means spherical capacitor. If this is a spherical capacitor, obviously equipotential surfaces are possible even between them, because electric field lines will go from positive to negative plate. So it is possible for A, C, D. I think for B, yes, it is not possible. For B, it is not possible. Yes, Dev, correct. Don't spam, my dear. Kishore, concentrate on the session. Okay, next one. The work done in carrying a charge Q once around a circle of radius A with charge capital Q at the center is. I think the first question has already answered that. Charge capital Q at the center, and you are taking a small charge Q once around the circle. Obviously, this is an equipotential line, so there is no energy difference. So work done will also be zero. So 0 should be the answer. Yes, it is. 0 is the answer. On an equipotential surface, no work is done on any charge. Remember that, right? Very nice. Let's go to the next question. Okay, this is your second case study from REAP. Read the question. I think it looks like your lens maker formula. The lens maker formula relates the focal length of a lens and the refractive index of the material and the radius of curvature. This is so called because the manufacturers design the lenses of a required length from a glass for a given refractive index. If the object is at infinity, the image will be formed at the focus for both double convex lens and double concave lens. Therefore, lens maker formula is this. If it is placed in air, then mu1 is 1, mu2 is mu. So if you put 1, then you will obviously get this as the answer. This is inside some different medium like water or some glycerine or something like that, right? All right. Shall we go ahead? All right. Let's see. What are the questions then? Here is the first question. The radius of curvature of each face of the biconcave lens with refractive index 1.5 is 30 centimeters. The focal length of the lens in air. In air, the focal length formula is mu minus 1. Mu is 1.5 minus 1. It's a biconcave lens, so be careful. The radius of curvature of biconcave, each face of a biconcave lens, the focal length of the lens in air is, okay, so minus 30 plus minus 30, right? So this will become half. 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5, which is half, and this will become minus 2 by 30. 2 cancels, so it will become minus 1 by 30. The focal length will become minus 30. 30 is the units, but actual sign is minus. Here they have not put any minus sign. Don't get scared. Yes, if there are two options saying 30 and minus 30, you will mark minus 30. But if the options are like this, don't claim bonus. Maybe they are referring to what they mean, what their inner feeling is, just the magnitude of the focal length. So the magnitude of the focal length is 30. I know the word magnitude is probably not even there, but you have to assume it to be like that. Okay. So don't get scared because of the minus sign. Next one. Underwater swimmer can't see very clearly even in absolutely clear water because of, what is the reason for it? Ajay, I think you can. Why not? Why? What happens is, eye is also a lens. This is your eye. But in water, what happens? In water outside, the focal length will be changed. So there will be definitely a change in the focal length because of the change of the medium outside. A converging lens can become diverging. Converging lens can becomes diverging. Correct. So that is the reason for which you do not see things very clearly inside water. Not scattering, not absorption, not reduction. That is not the reason. So your eyes are not able to converge the rays because the lens itself becomes very different. Behaves different rather. Okay. Moving on. A thin lens of focal length is immersed in water. The new focal length is how much? A thin lens of focal length 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 is in air. So the formula will be like this. The formula will be like this. In water, the new focal length I don't know. Relative refractive index I'll have to take, or this will be 1.5 minus 1.33, whole thing divided by 1.33, right? And this is 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Obviously, what is the next step? Divide this with this. So F will go on the top, 10 will come below. 1 by R1, 1 by R1, R2, R2 cancels. 1.5 minus 1, and this is 1.5 is basically 3 by 2. 1.33 is basically 4 by 3 minus 1. So this will become F by 10 is equal to 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. 0.5 is 1 by 2. And this will become 9 by 8. 9 by 8 minus 1, which is 1 by 2. 9 by 8 minus 1 is 1 by 8. 1 by 8. So this will become 4. So F will become 10 into 4, which is 40. Which is 40. Just check it out. Yes, it is 40 centimeters. It is 40 centimeters. Let's do the math. This and this term gets cancelled. This you have to divide with this. I wrote 1.33 as 4 by 3. That is easier, convenient to solve. That's all I have done for calculation's sake. Yeah, that is the answer. Okay. So these are some of the sample questions. But from Monday onwards, there will be more extensive, more intense sessions. I want everybody to come over here and join these classes for both REAP as well as for SUPR, for UGEE examination for your IIIT Hyderabad, which is one of the top esteemed colleges in our country for computers, electronics, engineering and all of that, right? And the best part is this year they have also introduced B.Tech courses. So the seats have increased, cutoffs will go up, or rather cutoffs will lower, ranks will go up. So make sure that you are putting in your 100% because your chance to get into this college is very, very high. And not many people have registered for UGW exam, which means your chances are very high in this exam rather than via JEE Mains. So if you have messed up JEE Mains, this is your one more window of opportunity. Okay, nothing has been lost. You're competing with only few people. Remember that. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you for liking. And if you want to know more or you want something else, also do let me know in the comment section. Okay. And regarding VIT EEE, make sure you fill the form. I've shared the link in the community and Telegram so that we can discuss the paper in case we get more questions. Okay. So thank you guys. This was Captain Shreyas signing off. Bye bye.